Welcome back to Beelzebub the Jag. The camera's mounted inside the boot. It's rather awkward. I'm not sure what I'll be able to film, but I'm going to attempt to trim on camera along the scribe line. I've already had to cut through this bit with a hacksaw because the car's been welded from the underside, and there's about 5mm thick of MIG weld here. It's dark, so you won't be able to see it, but I couldn't trim through it, but I needed to get access. I've started the cut. Let's just I need my left-handed snips. I want the on this cut I want the waist to curl off to the left. So I've already been underneath the car and scraped off the underseal. Just to get a really clean line, you need the blade to sit on the scribe line, and this one pushes up the waist. It's that sits cleanly. Yeah, that face there. So you can see that just sitting very closely against the scribe line. It's just, oh, this doesn't want to roll because it's got a thick bead of horrible MIG. It's obviously done in the past for an MOT repair or whatever. I don't know, it could have been 20 years ago. There we go. So just work very slowly, try and keep this line as clean as possible. A little bit more difficult when it comes to the swages down. There we go. Goodness, there's loads of sharp edges, so wearing gloves is an absolute must. I've got, oh dear. Let's have a look. I think I've missed a bit of underseal. It's suddenly got extremely thick. Yeah, I have. I think I've missed some underseal. Ooh. And we're also at a swage. But this doesn't want to bend up because the amount of weld on the other side. But like I explained in the previous video, I'm not going to be able to continue with the snips right the way along here. I'm going to have to use, I've snapped a hacksaw blade. It's just got it here off camera, which is the forward cut. That one, teeth are facing forwards. What I'm going to try and do, and it's going to be awfully awkward, is do it. I don't have one of those things that you, it's like a little handle you can sort of screw in and hold it to hold the hacksaw. I might have to get one. Then again, it actually might get in the way. But I think I'm going to have to spend quite a bit of time with a hacksaw, slowly cutting through. Because of course, if I use a disc cutter, it's going to cut too deep, and it's going to cut the panel underneath, because the two panels, I'm sure, at some point are spot welded together. I really don't want any nasty surprises, so I'm going to go very, very slowly with half a hacksaw like this. The first bit should be okay. About 15-20mm to about there. Between there and where is it? Let me put my hands underneath. Where's the double skin start? Yeah, it starts there. So about between here and there. This is the bit I'm going to have awful difficulty with. I might actually do it with a little Dremel. I've got a tiny Dremel cutter. That might be the way. Trim, I can just slice it until eventually it gives way, but you get the idea. I'm not going to attempt to film any more of this because it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of fiddling. But I'm now absolutely committed, and but then, you know, I say committed. The metal that was left behind is just rotten anyway, so it's no good to me. At least now I've got a very clean edge, an edge that I'll be able to weld to. But I want to butt weld it. It's got to be a perfect fit. I'm not going to overlap it. So anyway, I'm going to stop here. I don't want to make these videos too long, and it's very limited with what access you can sort of see with access here. And I said that rather clumsily. What I meant to say was it's very limited what you can see with a limited access, and I'm also standing a good chance of knocking the camera over. So let me turn the camera off, but it'll probably take me a good hour to trim all this out, to this is going to be the difficult bit, and it just takes as long as it takes. But just get every detail right.